Mission Pro Wrestling, the symbol of excellence in women's sports entertainment.
Is it mine? Is on my end?
No, it's something's hacking our system here. Ladies
What the
and
heck?
gentlemen, bear with us. We're having some issues. I think we're about to have a meltdown.
Oh no!
All right, we have pressed start, and joining us is your hero, our hero, Erica Demia. I almost said My Hero Academia. Our hero, Academia, what's going on?
Not much. Pretty tired at the moment because I had training today. But other than that, I'm doing pretty good. How about you guys?
Doing great. We're relieved. Thank you for defeating Catch. You know, we didn't start a zero-wing issue with our studio today. So I know you've been exhausted fighting crime, adventuring, and leveling up as everything like that. But excellent stuff. You're not Sussy Baka at all. That we love that. I promise. And don't worry, Angel Marie is my She keeps me from saying too many cringe things. I'm trying out, all the new slang, and she'll shake her head. I'm trying not to be Skibbity Riz. Did I use that right? Okay, that's not.
No, just stop. No,
Okay.
No, stop. I apologize for him saying that you're Giga Chatty.
Okay, maybe left.
It's so bad.
I was not expecting it. It caught me off guard a little bit, but it was funny. So
I'm glad you appreciate it, and thank you for joining us, being our third player in this game. But for those people out there that may not be familiar with Ericademia, we have a little thing to kick off our chats called Insta Insanity. It's totally not a ripoff of Sean Evans and Hot Ones, but we where he does the Explain That Graham. But we kind of did a little deep dive into your Instagram, into my Insta Academia, if you will. And we need some explanations on the stories behind some of these photos. So, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, here is Insta Insanity.
Welcome! It's Insta Insanity!
All right, and kicking things off, I thought this was such a sweet photo here. This is like a hero in retrospective. What's going on in this photo, and what are you thinking about in this? Or is this just a photo shoot for some content?
that's a old photo. That's back when this part was still blonde. That's crazy. I remember I specifically put my hair up like that with the front pieces out to look like I think there's some video game character. She might be from Final Fantasy or something. I can't remember her name. I think it starts with an A. I didn't play Final Fantasy. I just thought she looked cool. Hold on. I'm looking it up.
I couldn't keep up with all the Final Fantasy characters. I really liked the X and X2, Yuna and all them. Of course, Cloud Strife. That's the go-to. But was it Penelo or was it or Fran? It couldn't have been Fran because she was like part bunny.
Hold on a minute. Let me. I looked it up and I was like, I don't see the girl anywhere. So it might have been Kingdom Hearts and not.
Could have been. Let us know in the chat if you guys know the reference. If you catch the reference, we'll give you a free Mission Pro Spotlight T-shirt or something. So let us know in the chat if you figure out the reference. But that again, this is a great way to go off. But talk a little bit about this young gentleman. Now, I want to make sure I got his name correct. Is it Solar or Solar?
Either one. I say Solar. A lot of people say Solar. Funny story, when he first started wrestling, he wanted to go by Solar, but everyone called him Solar. And now that he's going with Solar, more people call him Solar. So it's just either one at this point. But yeah.
it all depends on what does he put on his coffee, right? At Starbucks. Hey, Solar, latte for Solar, my human name versus Mindrunner is Aaron. It's Aaron, but it's spelled Aaron. So when I go to the Starbucks, I say Aaron, and they know exactly who I am. How much of an influence has Solar been on your, not just your career, but obviously, I mean, you wouldn't be here without him, of course, but I mean, more so just like the character and developing who Eric Academia is.
So he's the one that got me into wrestling in the first place, because he's been wrestling since he started training in like 2003, which was before I was born. So kind of just the whole wrestling thing with me just kind of revolves around him. And in 2019, we started watching My Hero Academia together. That's where my character came from. So it's kind of like a combo thing of how my character came to be. But like, if it wasn't for him, I would not be a wrestler at all. So kind of, he has everything to do with it.
That's sweet. I love that. Speaking of My Hero Academia, obviously, when did, I know you kind of just said it, but when was this? When, around the time, when did you start loving My Hero Academia?
So the reason we started watching the show is because my dad's best friend was like, hey, y'all like superheroes, y'all like anime, y'all should watch this show. And we were like, all right. We watched an episode and both of us cried. And we were like, well, we're hooked now.
Oh.
Is that how it is?
Yeah. And it was like, as we kept watching it, I started to realize, oh my God, I am Deku. I'm a crybaby. I'm in wrestling training right now. Everybody I know keeps telling me, hey, you can't be a wrestler. You're too small. You don't have what it takes. So it's and my dad is like my all might. So we just have everything. It all lined up so perfectly. It's and I'm wearing a Deku t-shirt today. This is the Vigilante Deku.
Deku! Don't be a sussy baka.
Oh my God.
I don't even know what that means, if I'm being honest with you.
Well, I know baka means foolish, and sussy.
I don't even know what it means either.
I think sussy is from the what's it called? The Among Us, whatever. I don't know, but who knows?
Oh, probably.
I know. All I know is it's probably bussin' and it's probably not Cap. So we'll see. But I love this photo set here.
Oh, I forgot about those.
This is Erica Takes New York, I think, and of course, Heroes recognizing games, Spidey and Deadpool recognizing another hero.
Yep, that was pretty wild, honestly. I just wanted to take a picture with them, and I was gonna do a normal thing, and they were like, "No, we're gonna do this." I was like, "Okay, I guess."
Yeah.
I immediately sent it to my best friend because she is a huge Marvel fanatic.
Mhm.
So I sent it to her immediately. She was like, "Why can't I be in New York right now? What is this? Like, that's freaking dope." But I'm also like a huge like comic book fan, so it was absolutely shocking. Last thing I expected to happen. Like I was like, oh, Spider-Man's gonna do his pose and Deadpool's gonna do something.
Maddie the Madness Kennedy. Oh,
Hello.
added the madness because we have the heel, so I figured Maddie the Madness kind of works. I don't know, you could take it or leave it.
I liked it. Mary texted me. She's like, I didn't know you had a nickname. And I was like, neither did I, but I'm feeling it. I like it.
Does it slay? Does it slay?
I think it slays. I feel
slays.
like it slays.
Very cool. Very cool. So happy to have you over here. We had so much fun with you and Mary. For those of you that don't know, we were on the Meet Us in the Ring podcast, and we had a fantasy draft, and that was pretty interesting, especially pretty revealing. Now, Angel, how do you think we did in the draft?
Not trying to be biased here, but I think Team Mission Pro would win.
Oh, okay.
Just maybe. I think we would win.
Maddie, you seem pretty confident in some, but there were a couple folks that we snatched from you. Any regrets or any misses that you felt?
I really wanted Cody Rhodes, but we did get the tribal chief, and that was enough for me. So
wait, I don't see Solo on your roster. You said you had the tribal chief.
The OTC. The OTC.
I just as long as Jacob doesn't come for me, I'm
yeah.
Cool. Whatever makes Jacob Fatu happy, I'm cool with that. Well, in the chat, let us know what you think. And again, no bias here. With these are the drafts that we chose. You on the right, you see Mission Pro Wrestling, and on the left, Meet Us in the Ring. Who do you think has the stronger or more balanced roster? Who has the better women's division? I think it's kind of 50-50. My only thing is I'm ashamed. I think instead of Cora Jade, we should have taken Stephanie Becker. I think after watching that tag team match, that's what I was. Cap Daddy's got a response. Nobody won because the infamous Tangaloa wasn't drafted. Very cool. Very, very cool. And also Brent Ross is in the chat. He's ready for some spotlight. So let us know what you think about this fantasy draft, and we'll see. And we are going to be talking about who has the best women's division of all time. But I did notice in the chat, and Maddie, you are the focus, you are the spotlight. But we've got the Mission Pro family, I do believe, has a very special, one of our friends, one of our loyal members of the Mission Pro family is in the chat. Always here, always spreading the love, huge supporter of women's wrestling. And I am talking about our friend Pepe Poteet. Pepe posted earlier, this emoji code, happy birthday to me. Happy turned 38. And what's that? Oh, just from our producers, we have a special message for Pepe. Pepe, a celebrity has decided to drop a little message for you. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear from this special celebrity.
Yo, what's good, Pepe Poteet? But Shizzle, I heard it's your birthday. So let's all hydrate and smoke a fatty for your birthday. Happy birthday to you, for Shizzle.
All right, faux shizzle. Happy birthday, Pepe. It feels great. We're grateful for you, Pepe. Hope the leg's better. We love seeing you in the chat. And wow, from the Snoop Dizzle himself celebrating you. Are you a Snoop Dizzle fan, Maddie?
Oh, absolutely. I love the Snoop Doggy Dog.
Now he's back to Snoop Dogg because I knew he was Snoop Lion there for a while. I don't know if that's stuck or anything like that.
Yeah, no, it's always going to be the Snoop Dogg.
Angel Marie, is Snoop still popular among the youngsters, or is he old? Is that like when my dad would try to get me to listen to Bob Dylan?
Not. I have no clue who that is. I'm so sorry, but he's like kind of popular. Oh no, is that a bad thing?
You know.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. But no, Snoop's like kind of relevant-ish. kind of.
No. Well, you know,
Slightly.
here's the problem.
I'm sorry.
Here's the problem. Angel Marie's generation, they are going to see Snoop Dogg as like Martha Stewart's husband or something.
No.
Like they see him doing all these Martha Stewart collabs, so they're going to be like, I already knew it was over when I heard music I grew up with on the oldies station. I mean, come on now, let's get there. But anyways, we're here to celebrate you, Maddie. You are the focus. You are the spotlight. And let's allow everyone else to get a chance to get to know you. And the best way we found to do that is to rip off Sean Evans from Hot Ones, a thing called Instant Insanity. That's totally not explained that, Graham. But this is our thing called Instant Insanity, where we went a deep dive into your Instagram, Maddie, and we found some pictures that probably need a little more context. We're hoping you can provide that context. They're tasteful. We found the more tasteful ones. Some of the other ones we left out for, we get demonetized. So anyways, here we are, Insta Insanity with Maddie.
Welcome! It's Insta Insanity!
All right, Insta Insanity. Here we go. And photo number one, I really like, and I've seen this a few times, but tell us about this awesome meet cute.
Oh, so I went to San Diego for TwitchCon. I went with my friend Jeff. Shout out Jeff. And Mary, of course, lives in San Diego. And so her and her brother Jonathan drove to our hotel to come meet us. And we went out for some drinks. And what I loved, I think, most about meeting Mary in person was that there was no like awkward phase. It was just like felt that we just had known each other for so long, and we kind of have in a sense, but never had met in person before. Oh, wow. So to just click instantly with her in person and with her brother was just so much fun. It was so sad saying bye, but I just had so much fun with her, and she's just the best. I would not want to do a podcast with anyone else. It's just been so great that we've become such good friends through this as well.
That's awesome. How long did you get to hang out with her? Was it just one night?
It was just one night. I was in San Diego for about, I think, 4 nights total. And I think she had some other stuff going on. Obviously, I was at the actual convention center. But she took the time to come down. And of course, I made time for my girl, Mary. Absolutely. And it was just so cool. She actually had FaceTimed me as soon as I landed and was like, oh my God, we're in the same city, which was so fun. She is one of the greatest people I know. I love her so much. And I love this picture. I actually had sent it to my parents, and my dad was like, you look so happy. It's so good to see. And I love this picture so much.
You both look so happy. I mean, and again, isn't it something how, it's like you don't skip a beat,
Yeah.
When you're who you are, when you are genuine in your social media and who you are, then you don't skip a beat when you meet up.
Absolutely.
And now, any plans on maybe a WrestleMania meetup or something like that?
We do have plans. After looking at those Mania ticket prices, though, it's a little like, I do have the bills to pay, but we will be hopefully meeting up next year in Vegas. And I'm just so excited to see her again. I'm so excited to spend more time with her instead of just one night. She is just so much fun, and I just can't wait to see her again.
Cap Daddy says 2 goats in that picture.
Love you, Cap.
And Kindness, God Good. Hey, Mission Pro Wrestling. Hey, Kindness. Thank you so much for hanging out. Okay. Pepe, I think is referring to Snoop and Martha Stewart.
Oh,
Not, yeah.
I mean, Mary,
I
was
looked at the time on that one and I was like, oh, that was okay. All right.
I think Mary's husband would have an issue with that.
Yeah. I don't think they have the upside down pineapple. All right.
Oh my gosh. That was such a slay. I loved every second of that.
Well, this is the Slay Squad, and I think we need to officially make you a member of the Slay Squad. You are now our third member.
I'd be
heck
honored.
yeah, I
I'd be
agree.
honored. But hi, thank you guys so much for having me. My name is Mary. Like you said, I'm one half of the Meet Us in the Ring podcast. Maddie unfortunately couldn't be here, but we'll be back, so she'll be here.
Yep, and we'll have to have a separate intro for Maddie. We'll do something a little bit different in her style. But yeah, I mean, keeping with the Halloween coming up as well, we had to kind of go there. But there, you now have your official entrance music. So
thank you.
Forget the Stone Cold Pop whenever we hear Mary's music. Oh, here comes Mary the heel. And Courtney in the chat says, "Hey, Mary." So
hi, Courtney.
Of course, she's calling me Mud Runner instead of Mid Runner.
Oh,
I get it all the time. Thunder Rosa calls me Mid Runner, so with mid, but that goes way back. But somebody told her that I like soft shell tortillas instead of corn tortillas, but I don't know who that was, Angel. I don't know who that was. But before we get,
it totally wasn't me. It totally wasn't me.
Totally wasn't you. But we're going to introduce the Mission Pro fam to Mary the heel. And the best way we like to do that is with a little segment that's totally not ripping off Sean Evans from Hot Ones. It is time for Insta Insanity.
Well called. It's Insta Insanity.
All right, thank you, JR. This is Insta Insanity, the stories behind compelling Instagram photos. And we did a deep dive, Mary, not only into your cosplay Instagram, but also the other one, your backup or your whichever one's the backup. And so we're going to ask you to give us the context and the story behind some of these awesome photos. So we're going to kick it off. This looked like such an awesome combo. There were a lot of them to choose from, but this looked fantastic.
I was nervous as to what you were going to pick, but so this is from WrestleMania 39 in LA, and I was with my husband and my brother and my brother's friend. This was such a good time. I dressed up as Rhea Ripley. I brought my Divas title. It was very hard to have that on the whole time when I was sitting down. It was not the most comfortable, but I just felt like I needed to bring my title there, and we had such a good time.
What was the atmosphere like? I mean, this is like the Olympics. I mean, this is the grand stage.
Oh my gosh, surreal? Yeah. I mean, this was my third WrestleMania, and so it never gets to a point where it's like, oh yeah, this is just another WrestleMania. Like, no, it always feels like it's big. Literally the Super Bowl. Like it just, the energy is so awesome. Like wrestling fans, as much as sometimes there is toxicity, among wrestling fans, when it's WrestleMania day, like everybody is best friends. You will literally see everybody just interacting with people they've never met in their life, and it's so amazing.
Do you think too, like the IWC, it gets a bad rap, but it's usually like a handful of trolls. It's like the empty cans make the most noise. I feel like most of us enjoy wrestling. We're just fans. There's no like, oh, I don't know, they should have booked Rhea Ripley to do. It seems to be a bonding experience. Wouldn't you agree?
Yeah, for sure. Like I said, you could literally go up to anyone and just be like, "Hey, I like your outfit," and they're like, "Hey, I like your outfit," and then all of a sudden you're having a drink together. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
so I think in person is a lot. It's a lot more of a welcoming atmosphere than online. I think it's just so easy to say mean things online, but like in person, that's not the vibe.
No, not at all. Not at all. I got the feeling going through your Instagram that that you're a Disney fan a little bit.
Just a little bit. Just a little
Just
bit.
a little bit.
Yeah. So I think this was either 2023 last year or 2022. The picture with me and my husband. But I dressed up as Mirabelle that day, and I actually met her, and she was so lovely and amazing. And then the tattoo, I got that because I did the Disney College program. For people who don't know what that is, it's when you're in college, you can do an internship at Disney, either Disneyland or Walt Disney World. And so I went to Disney World and I was there for about 2 months. I left my program early, but I decided, you know what? I'm here. This is my college program. I'm going to go get a tattoo. And that's what I did.
That's awesome. Now, are you going to fill that in? Is the tattoo you're going to roll with?
I mean, I think I'm definitely going to get it touched up and like add things around it, but I like the outline.
It does look cool. It's pretty
Thank
awesome.
you.
Any more ink? I mean, are you going to, add like Tinkerbell or I don't know, maybe Jafar?
I want to add Tinkerbell in the corner, maybe some fireworks on the side or something. And I do plan on getting other tattoos, but as of right now, that's the only one I have.
When you wish upon a star. Very, very cool. Very cool. Now, I'm going to see if I know Disney terms. I'm going to try this out because I've heard this. Are you a rope dropper?
I'm not. I'm not a rope dropper. As much as I would like to be, I can't get there that early.
So, but you understand that term. Angel's probably so proud of me right now. I'm using terms correctly. I tried using Skibbity Riz the other day, and she just
stop. No. Just don't. No, don't get started, bro. We talked about this.
This slays, right? This slays,
Yeah.
right?
Okay, yeah, slay is fine. Slay is fine. Everything else is a no.
All right. Well, I've used my slang for the show. All right. Speaking of which, these are some of the just handpicked some of the many awesome cosplays, and are they cosplays or is it more just like dressing influences? Because I mean, you could walk around in some of these outfits like during the day, and it's not like a costume.
Yeah. Have you heard of the term called Disney bounding?
Not heard about it, but I'm fascinated.
So Disney bounding is basically dressing in the scheme of a character, but not doing a full-on cosplay. So like how with my Scarlet Witch one, it's just the red and black colors with the gloves to just kind of give the essence of that character rather than doing a full one like my crown with the evil queen. So it's more subtle, and people will still be like, hey, I can tell that you're dressed up as this, but you're not going full blown because you can't at the parks. When you're an adult, you're not allowed to unless it's the Halloween events. Yeah. So Disney adults have kind of found a way to go around that.
I never thought about it that you can't dress up as one of the characters when you go on a normal day because they're going to think you're they're going to mistake you for one of the employees there. Yeah,
it's the fastest way to get blacklisted, and I'm not trying to do that.
I don't blame you, but this is cool. So it's kind of like you have the vibe, and it's pretty cool to kind of see which character you're kind of vibing with. I do like that. We have a question in the chat. Courtney wants to know, who's your favorite Disney princess?
It's Cinderella. She has always been my number one. Tiana's my number two, though, and it's very close.
Very close. Tiana number two, but you got to go with old school.
With my girl Cindy. I cried the first time I met her.
When you wish by. And do you have a glass slipper?
I don't, but I imagine it'd be very uncomfortable. So
yeah, I wouldn't want to put pressure on it. This was really cool. This was kind of like a Grease family reunion kind of thing.
Yeah, so my Mexican side of my family, they do a reunion every year, and this year they wanted to do Grease as the theme. So I decided to take one of the outfits that John Travolta wears in the movie, and it's when he's trying out the different sports to like kind of try to see which one's gonna work. And I knew it was gonna be hot. It was August, so I was like, I don't want to wear a leather jacket. I don't want to wear, you know, a big dress or whatever. So I chose this route.
Hello, we are on Cruise Control. What is up, Carolina Cruz? Welcome to the Spotlight. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for joining us. How are you doing?
I'm good. How are you? I love that introduction video. That was great.
Very cool. Very cool. And I know that Dom Toretto and everybody, they're recruiting you for their Fast and Furious teams there, but nobody can catch, you know, the Carolina Cruz. Even when you're in cruise control, you are fire. Excellent. We're so happy to have you here. So excited. We loved seeing you show up at Mission Pro and give old Rochelle Chanel almost taking her title, her ROW title. Maybe a rematch should happen very soon, I'm thinking. But
yes,
awesome stuff. Thank you so much for being there. We hope to have you back when Mission Pro returns in 2025. We are excited that we would love to have you come back. And definitely, you know, Izzy's out there defending her title. She's getting that confidence. Maybe she needs somebody to cruise on in at ladies' night and say, hey, what's up?
Yeah, I think that'll be the perfect time for me to, you know, make a little pit stop and show her who's tough.
Show her who's tough. Exactly. Well, for the Mission Pro family, they know you. They got to see you at our Midsummer Bash. However, Midsummer Blast, sorry. But those that aren't as familiar with you, or maybe they knew you under a different name at some other company, we have this thing called Instant Insanity, and we totally didn't rip this off of Sean Evans with Hot Ones. But we took a deep dive into your Instagram to give us some background on certain pictures. Now, tasteful pictures, of course, but tasteful pictures from your Instagram, and want to hear the full story from you. So without further ado, JR, take it away.
Welcome! It's Insta Insanity!
All right, here we go. Insta Insanity, and right off the bat, check this badass out. So, who is this? And who is this badass that's just, you know, wrecking fools and scoring tries here?
Okay, so this was me in college. This is Emma Diaz. I was a rugby player and an amateur wrestler at the same time. I was a dual sport athlete. And it definitely prepared me for my pro wrestling career for sure.
So hold on a second. Rugby and wrestling.
Yes.
Whoa.
And actually, wrestling helped me be a better rugby player. And rugby helped me be a better wrestler. So they kind of really went hand in hand.
What are some of the similarities with rugby? I know that you do the scrum. Is that what it's called? The where you go arm in arm and then you have to rip each other's ears off or something. I don't know. There's something I don't know. Rugby is just so violent.
I actually I played in the back row, so I was never really in the scrum. I was on the outside of the scrum, so I was like the first person to kind of like be released from the scrum. And my job was pretty much to like be the attacker and like make that first tackle, you know what I mean? Cause that first breakdown. So I was glad to not really be in the scrum because I liked more open play and stuff like that.
I don't blame you. we had a rugby team at my college, and I tried out for the team. And after, I saw one of the number one players on our team. He when he smiled at me, he was missing 2 of his teeth, and I said, "Oh, okay. I think maybe I'll try. I don't know. I'll try chess club or something." I don't know about that. Super badass.
I always had my lashes and my hair done during rugby season. It was hard, but like I always had that, aspect to me. So, pro wrestling is great because I get to be, still a bad ASS, but also pretty at the same time.
Hey, don't let the lashes fool you. Don't let the pretty face fool you. And it looks like the chat is completely in agreement. You are officially a badass. Do not mess with, but badass with a pretty face, which definitely translates to your wrestling character, which in your wrestling year, which is fantastic. Sucker for a pretty face. Here's 2 suckers for pretty faces. We got this very kind of so ugly he's cute animal leaning on you, and there's a dog. Let's. So this. I felt like this was such an endearing. Is this the fam?
Yes, this is the fam. That's Milo. His name is Milano, but we call him Milo almost all the time. And then that's my boyfriend, Brian Pillman Jr. And that's our little family, the best family. We also have another dog back in Cincinnati. Her name is Stormy. And she's like a really big Catahoula, but we can't have her here because, we live in like a 1-bedroom apartment. So we just have Milo here with us.
Well, Milo looks like he's having the time of his life. Or is it her? Is it him? Or heard you say?
No, it's a him.
Him. He looks like he's the most comfortable. Look at him just chilling like that. Now, do you let Lexus or Brian go out of the house with those sideburns like that, or is that his choice? Or
that beard is none of my business.
Everybody's falling in love with Milo, by the way. Everybody's loving that. Very cool, very cool. Came across this clip. Do you know any of these ladies in this clip? And I think now you can't see him, but I believe John Cena was addressing these NXT hopefuls.
Yes. So this picture was actually taken at or the day of WrestleMania, before the show actually started. So we got to walk around backstage and kind of see, what we were actually getting into, becoming, a WWE superstar. And John Cena was telling us, what it takes and all the advice and stuff. And it was honestly like crazy, such a fulfilling day, a dream come. And these are the other 2 women that I actually started training at the Performance Center with, Brianna Covington and Olena.
What was going through your head in this picture right here?
Well, I looked pretty serious, pretty determined, like I was contemplating my life choices at this point. But yeah, no, I will say that I was just focused and trying to really tune in on what he was saying, for sure.
So here's a rugby player and wrestler now showing up at NXT, and now you're like, what did I do?
Yes.
Angel, you had a question, right?
Yeah, so speaking of rugby and NXT, if you had to pick one person from NXT to be on your rugby team, who would you pick?
Joe Coffey.
Good pick. Who would you absolutely, no shade, but who would you absolutely not want on your rugby team?
That's a good one.
I mean, kayfabe, I'm sure. It sounds like you got along with everybody, but
I would not want. I don't know. There's so many athletic people in WWE. I'm like, who would I not want?
So So you would to Joe Coffey. Let's build. Let's add 2 more to the team. Joe Coffey and who?
Rich Holland.
There you go, and one more.
All right, let's pick a girl.
Yeah, what girl would have that would be able to hold her own in rugby?
I think Kalani Jordan.
It's interesting. I was thinking
like, she's tough.
She definitely is tough. I was thinking Wendy Chu would be good in the scrum.
Oh yeah.
Maybe, our Chris, she might put a spell on him or something. I don't
Yeah.
Very cool. Very cool. Very cool. All right. And came across this. Now, this is cheating. I got 2 pictures here, but it's from the same set.
Yes.
What's going on here?
So here I was making like little protein muffins. And I just posted the recipe to help out, any other people that are looking for a little sweet snack but want to keep it healthy. Because I'm not only a pro wrestler. I like to cook, I like to clean, I like to make a bunch of videos. I'm pretty much like also a lifestyle content creator.
Very cool.
So yeah, that's what this photo is.
Right.
And I should probably focus on one niche, but I don't know. I don't like to do that.
Why? No, you be multi-talented. You got to be a Renaissance woman. You got to be out there.
Yes.
I saw recently you redecorated your closet, and you had Mr. Handyman himself build you a Target shelf.
Yeah, he's so good at building things. I literally, I got a new vanity, and I opened the box, and I saw 1 million of pieces, and I was like, okay, yeah, I'm not even gonna touch this.
All right, I got to ask Angela. Angela, looking at this muffin, would you try a Carolina Cruz signature protein muffin? Looks like peanut butter and mocha. Ooh, peanut butter mocha, almost like a Reese's cup, you think?
Yeah, I would 10 out of 10 for sure try that. That looks good. That looks so good. I would try it.
Say, you could say no.
No, it looks amazing, girl. I would definitely try it. I love freaking baked goods too, so that'd be perfect.
If it tastes anything close to a Reese's cup, I would try it. Looks like the chat would try it. Bobby says he would try this muffin. Courtney in the chat has a Halloween related question. We can jump in this one really quick. What are you going to be for Halloween?
Oh,
and are you going to tag team it with Brian, or is it going to be?
I am. How about we let the chat guess what we're going to be?
Oh, all right. You're going to chat. You're going to have
I'll give
to
you
guess.
a hint. So it's part of Disney.
Ooh, part of Disney. Is Wednesday Addams part of Disney? No, right?
No.
Oh, part of Disney. All right, guess in the chat. What do you think we've got? What do you think? What do you think that Carolina and Brian are going to be? You're both going to be from the same movie or
yes
thing. All right, so keep guessing in the chat. That is how we do it, ladies and gentlemen. Joining us right now is none other than the Spark, Jada Stone. Jada, how you doing?
I'm so good. I'm so excited to be on here. Finally.
Yes.
Yeah, let's see what we got.
Now, we had some speculation on why you weren't able to join us last week. Now, I cannot confirm or deny that Fire and Fury, Nova Phoenix, and Morgan Mercy may have been involved in somehow sabotaging our communications. I cannot confirm or deny, but I know that ever since you and Maya World have that open challenge, for the ROW titles. I know Morgan Mercy and Nova Phoenix have been hungry for more gold, as they are now the new Mission Pro Women's Champions. I don't know. I mean, do you have any thoughts on that?
You know, I think me and Maya are always ready for a competition. So, I mean, if they think they have what it takes, then, I mean, tell them to step up. But I don't want them to be shocked when, you know, they fall slightly under me and Maya, just because right now we're two of the best. And when you put two of the best together, it's kind of hard to, like, separate, like, two mindsets trying to get to the top, you know?
Yes, so, absolutely. And the chemistry that you and Maya have is tremendous and excellent stuff. And I do think that having an open challenge like that does one of two things. It's either going to cost you guys the belts really quick, or it's going to prove and really solidify you as a tag team and really carve in your legacy going forward. I do want to, one of the things we do here for some of the Mission Pro family that aren't familiar with you, we do a little thing called Insta Insanity. It's we kind of take a peek at your Instagram and we highlight certain pictures, tasteful pictures. And we try to get the story behind them. And of course, this is totally not ripping off Sean Evans from Hot Ones. But ladies and gentlemen, it's time for Insta Insanity, the Jada Stone version.
Welcome! It's Insta Insanity!
All right, well, first of all, I got to go with this. This picture goes so hard. Okay. Look at the chemistry here. Tell us a little bit about being a tag team partner with Maya World.
Yeah, so me and Maya, we've been talking like over social media for like a couple of years now, when we were both training. So I think it's cool that we get to come together as one and really take over the tag team industry. Me and Maya were so close. I tell people like she's like my twin. We always think like the same thing. Anything I'm thinking, she can probably say it, and I think it's pretty much vice versa. So, and when it comes to wrestling, like we share like the same passion, and that's pretty hard to like share because, you know, I care about this business so much, and I feel like she does as well. So I feel like we, you know, what I'm good at, you know, is her weakness, and what she's good at is my weakness. So I feel like we both just make a really, really good team, and I'm happy to make history with her, and I can't wait to see like where we are in like 5 to 10 years. So
you guys do have great chemistry, and it's I mean, are you looking to collect some more gold together? Are you stopping just with one set of tag belts, or could you just as well throw the challenge out to Fire and Fury, like, hey, put the Mission Pro titles up?
I mean, hello. See, I think that if they want our babies, they have to give us an opportunity for theirs. And if they're not ready to lose their babies, then I don't think they should try to take ours, you know, because we're very protective over our babies. And those right there, those are special because we're the first ever women's tag team champions at Reality of Wrestling. And Reality of Wrestling holds has so much history with the talent that has been through there. And I mean, look who it's ran by. It's ran by Hall of Famer freaking Booker T. So honestly, we're living the dream. We're just blessed. And honestly, me and Maya, I feel like we kind of shocked the tag team wrestling world. So I feel like we're definitely coming for more. We're trying to defend our title everywhere because we want to go against the best. So everywhere.
Let's
whoever wants it, we want it to go everywhere. So
and you do have a chemistry. I know the team that trains together, they R&R together. You work hard, you play hard. I got to tell you, I'm a big fan of Jerk Chicken. I'm a big fan of Jamaica. How was the trip?
It was so much fun. So that's actually why I couldn't make the
I understand. I got it.
I'm sorry, but yeah, I was in Jamaica, so my internet was really, really bad. Not gonna lie, I didn't think it was gonna be as bad. So when I saw that I literally had no internet in Jamaica, I was like, oh my god, I can't make it. But it was really, really fun. And I mean, I went to Jamaica with my tag team partner, and not a lot of tag teams can say that. So therefore, I think you guys can see like how strong me and Maya's connection is. And I mean, she was my roommate the whole time. She's literally who we just know we were brainstorming, and we came up with a whole bunch of creative ideas during Jamaica too. And you know, I got to wrestle in Jamaica, so that's pretty freaking cool. I'm just blessed.
Do you have a map, like, and are you gonna put pins on the different everywhere you wrestle, like, and you know, like Japan, Mexico, you know, where are some of those places that you want, and whether solo or with your BFF tag team partner, where would you like to go?
Yeah, I'm trying to wrestle all over, like I said. You know, and whether that's solo or together, I think me and Maya are gonna cross off quite a couple of, you know, different states and countries. But somewhere that I really want to wrestle, I want to wrestle in Australia. I want to wrestle in Japan, super, super bad. Japan's been on my list since day one, and I feel like I'm a little bit closer of getting there. So Japan has definitely been on my list. I want to wrestle in Australia. I want to wrestle in Hawaii. I want to wrestle in Puerto Rico. I want to take it worldwide, you know. And to go solo would be an honor, but to go with my tag partner / best friend, Maya World, I think that'll be even better. So if we can get there together, that would be the goal. But if not, then, you know, I'll make a name for myself there, and then I'll bring her with me wherever I go, you know, because that's all about what wrestling is, like helping each other out, getting to where we all want to be together. So.
I love that, you know, women lifting each other up, all boats rise with the tide kind of thing. And I think so. Angel Marie knows about that, especially her. She's excited because two of her favorites also just reunited, Tatum Paxley and our friend there. Now, if you do go to Japan, you know, do you think you might see a friend here?
I mean, Miss Aja Kong. You see, I teamed with Aja, which was a dream within itself, because I've been seeing Aja Kong since I can remember. She was like the first world Japanese legend that I started studying. So I think it's really, really cool and such an honor to be her tag team, and we got to pick up the win together. And just getting to like learn from up under her. It's just a blessing. But I mean, I would like to go against her too. I'm not gonna lie. You know, she followed me the other day, so you know, I might have to hit her up and ask her. You know, Aja Kong versus Jada Stone.
Let's book it. You hear that? Book it at the Tokyo Dome.
Speaking of booking stuff like that, honestly, either with Maya or with anyone else, but I know your girl with Maya right now, either in a tag or solos, who would be your dream opponent?
Who is my dream opponent? So if it was 1-on-1, it would be me versus Mercedes Moné or me versus Bayley. Those are my two favorite female wrestlers of all time, and they have been for super, super long. So yeah, the Boston Hug Connection for sure. And if it had to be a tag match, I would say me and Maya versus the Boston Hug Connection, because I feel like that would be such a special moment, tagging with my tag team partner and best friend versus somebody who we look up to, and Maya loves Mercedes Moné too. So I think it'll just be cool to wrestle our inspirations together. Exactly.
Those big sets are for an object! Get off me! Get off me!
Ladies and gentlemen, the diva of dystopian drop kicks and disses, the cunning linguist of comedy and clotheslines. I'm talking about none other than Heidi and Mother Trucking Howitzer. What's going on?
Howdy. Can I curse?
Absolutely. I mean, yes,
okay.
Meg.
you said Mother Trucking. I was like, oh fuck.
Yeah, well, I think we're past the YouTube censors at this point. So
okay. I was gonna say that I might be the wrong brand for this one then.
We debated a parental advisory notice at the beginning, but it's all good. Let it fly.
Perfect. I can do PG sometimes.
Thank you so much for joining us. Of course, I am Mind Runner, but Thunder Rosa likes to call me Mid Runner, and with me is Angel Marie. She is she is my other fellow wrestling Mark, and we were just finishing our recap of Midsummer Blast, Mission Pro's latest event, where Izzy Moreno successfully defended her title against Thunder Rosa. Now, all the youngsters coming up, but I understand that you are holding down the fort there. How's the leg?
It's just swell. No, it's yeah. No, it's swell. I have exactly, as of tomorrow, 1 month until I get to go back to the ortho and get off of crutches.
Ooh.
So I'm very excited about that. This has been like my office for the last several weeks, is I just have like a little fort around the couch, and my poor husband has been helping me a lot with that.
Has he been the gopher? Like gopher?
He has. And occasionally like I feel bad, so I'll try to like do something and then I'll almost kill myself, and I'm like, well, haha.
Well, it's like I've had injuries before too. Like, do you have the zip line from your couch to the kitchen, like a little zip line thing that you can just send things, or you should get
that would be sick. Like one of the where you just
you're like, all right, like send them to me. Or get the what's that extension claw thing, those robot extenders?
Yes. You know what? It's funny, for as tall as I am, I have really short little arms. So like it's a regular joke that I need one of those anyway. Test the strength spots, hilarious. You'd think I'd be no.
So you and Mick Jagger have the Tyrannosaurus arms, is that?
Yeah, us and that's all I got. That's all I got. I was like trying to think of some wrestlers top head with really short arms, but couldn't come up with anything PC. So
yeah, hey, you can un-PC whatever you want. Well, the chat is loving that you're here. Everybody's excited. Heidi is the best. MJF scarf. Pepe,
hi.
Pepe also has his leg injury as well. So you're in good company.
Good. Everyone is hurt right now.
Arms. Hi, yeah. MJF scarf is saying hello. Everybody's saying hello. But there are some people, believe it or not, Heidi, there may be some people out there that aren't as familiar with you as they should be. So we have a little segment that we totally ripped off. I mean, totally didn't rip off of Sean Evans at Hot Ones. Totally not. It's called Insta Insanity.
Welcome! It's Insta Insanity.
All right, Insta Insanity are the stories behind compelling, tasteful Instagram photos. And so we kind of did a little bit of a deep dive into your Instagram. Hope you don't mind. But we'd like to hear the
I'm
stories
great.
behind these photos. And look at this powerhouse.
That is my first real promo shot. It was at Rack House, which is a brewery in Denver. At that time, you want to know who my singlet was modeled after? I'll give you 2 guesses.
Okay, was it a human suplex machine?
It sure fucking was.
Yeah.
I said, give me the fucking Taz. Actually, I didn't even know like wrestling gear maker, and I came from like a powerlifting and strongman background. Haha, shocker! Looking at this.
Yeah.
And I like hit up a weightlifting like custom singlet maker, and I was like, hey, give me this is what I need. And then I went to a seminar, my first like real seminar. This is where I had my first real singles match too. It was Saraya Knight Senior, and
cool.
Yeah, and Mercedes Martinez, and they told me it looked like I was wearing a banana hammock. So
that's awesome.
So I retired that. That was a whole story for you. There you go.
That's talk about two badass women opponents too. Mercedes Martinez and Soraya's mama. You know, the Soraya Senior. That's pretty awesome. Did you come out with the towel over your head?
No, I should have. I should have fully committed, but you know what I did do?
What's that?
Not wear knee pads.
For
like that lasted, I think, twice.
Yeah.
Maybe just once. I remember because I made like my little Royal Rumble debut type thing. The first thing I did, I ran out and then I did the Braun Strowman like running power slam to the knees, and then I was like, no, I'm good. I'll wear protection.
Gotta protect the knees there.
Gotta protect the knees. Yeah.
Gotta get the protection. What about we got also the she is a woman of construction, if you will. She's a woman of the people here.
I am. Shout out to the Hammer Brothers, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah. Screw you. There's a deep Pacific Northwest cut for y'all.
There you go. And this is the one I have questions for. It seems that you are worthy here.
I am. Fuck, that sucked.
Look, first of all, the picture on the left that's a Toyota. Is that a?
It's a Prius. Camry. It's a fucking Prius. Yeah, I deadlifted a Prius 12 times in 60 seconds at a strongman contest.
Look at your neck there too. This is
fuck
serious.
Yeah. I was fucking ripped. Yeah, I love busting that one out and being like, oh, that was cool. I ate a lot less than.
And also the Thor hammers there. You are definitely worthy.
Also strongman. Yeah, also strongman contest right there.
Have you ever brought out the Thor hammers as a foreign object of sorts?
No, I have not. I'm sure there's still time, but so far I've not leaned in on that one. More of like a skewers kind of gal if I'm going foreign objects.
Very, very cool. Very cool. I know that you're also familiar with a little bit of fencing, perhaps.
Yes. I actually, long before I broke this ankle about a decade ago, I had to go get an x-ray on the same ankle because lo and behold, I got a hairline fracture from longsword fighting.
Wow.
So, yeah.
Longsword fight. So like now, what's your go-to longsword? Are you more of a Final Fantasy giant sword over your shoulder, or more like the Conan Red Sonja?
Oh, probably more like a Conan Red Sonja. Also, Red Sonja, the soundtrack to Red Sonja fucking slaps. Yes. So if you guys are like 80s fantasy, high sorcery type shit fans,
I can't speak
watch Red Sonja.
I can't speak for Angel Marie because she's a different generation than myself, but I'm definitely an 80s kid. Conan, Beastmaster, Red Sonja.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Oh, my goodness. I could, some of the best movies were made with the Clash of the Titans, Krull. I mean, we can have a whole separate podcast on that. So, and that kind of, how does that, kind of work its way into your character? And I always like wrestlers who have characters that aren't just a single cookie cutter character, because for you, it's like you're not just you're not one thing. You're like 1 foot in Mad Max, Thunderdome Furiosa, 1 foot in Viking Valhalla, Warrior Women, 1 foot in Red Sonja, kind of the Warrior, the whole thing. And then, and I remember there was an interview I think you did a while back where they asked you, like, are you a comedy wrestler or a serious wrestler? And you're like, yes. Like, great.
Let's put it this way. Since whenever that podcast was, I've definitely transitioned more towards another one. One guess what? But
yeah, very serious. Yeah, your wrestling matches lately have been very serious. But I mean, to talk about comedy, because I think it gets a bad rep. I mean, ultimately, professional wrestling is for entertainment. You're here to get the crowd and you're there for that. And that you get some people out there like you see an Orange Cassidy or a Danhausen or Abaddon, or you see folks out there that you let some people go, oh, this isn't wrestling, but yes, it is wrestling. It's all wrestling. Yeah. And if you're popping the crowd, that's what you're there for. And I don't know, do you think that sometimes some people give comedy and wrestling an unfair chance, if you will?
Yes, I deeply agree with that. Which is odd because, like, at its heart, wrestling is a fucking variety show. Like, that's when it's its most entertaining. And I mean, in my eyes, I don't want to watch a show that has, don't get me wrong, like 10 out of 10 bangers are great, but like you can only have so many bangers before you want to fucking kill yourself. I mean, not really. Sorry,
go
guys.
Get nachos.
Trigger warning. Yeah. Go get nachos. There you go. That was oh, Jesus Christ, Heidi. Oh God. On that note, cool. Don't listen to me, kids. I'm a good role model. Jesus Christ. Fuck. What were we even talking about?
No,
I got off on
I do want to ask you about comedy and wrestling, just like
oh yes.
Yeah.
There you go. There's the whole bit. That was your minute and a half fucking tight minute and a half. Yikes. No, it gets a bad rap. It really does. A lot of times I go into stuff and man, if you can play a straight man to the comedy shit, or you do your character and I can be acting like a just jackass or a dickwad, whatever. Awesome. It gives me something to play off of. But I go into a lot of these and people are like, they want to have a banger with me. And I'm like, I will do my absolute best to do what I can here. But if you want to really have the crowd like have a good time and really remember the match versus like everyone doing the same thing, like we could just do some comedy shit and you could take like 2 bumps and that'd be pretty sick, right? And yeah, that's never like actually what happens.
It's like everybody wants to get their shit in, but it's like you gotta ultimately remember you're there for the crowd. And you look at even like you look at MJF and Will Ospreay, those are Ospreay's such an incredible talent, but they're both willing to cater to the comedy aspect of wrestling. It's that, and to me, I want story is important, and as a fan, I love story, but I love those pop moments. That was one of the things I think that makes Orange Cassidy, and let's be honest, they're still dressing up like Orange Cassidy for Purim, so he's still popular. So
he can fucking go too. Yeah. So
what about that combination? I mean, Heidi Howitzer can be that comedy wrestler, but can also go. It's like
whoa.
Well, or maybe go in a different gear, but
there we go.
Adequately. She can adequately.
I can do what you need, buddy.
I can kind of be there. I can be there in the match.
I can base. My 2 feet will be solidly on the ground unless you like push me over with a light breeze.
Well, of course, I don't know about that. You do seem to have a strong base. You need to be such a power lifter and to be able to handle foreign objects such as this.
The tuba. Hell yeah.
Now, were you a band
real quick. Oh, yeah. I'm a classically trained tuba player. That's what I went to college for.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah. I'm like, yes, I was. But that is actually, you asked about the Thor hammers. That tuba model is actually the Meinl Weston Thor 5450 model. So there you go.
You are worthy.
Fellow band nerd.
Yeah, fellow band nerd. Yes. So that is me playing a tuba. Texas Rimfest, I used to play with the brass quintet for several seasons, and I loved it. You played a ton of 45-minute sets, and then between each set, you would go and you would have a couple beers. So by the time you got to the pop stuff, like the Beatles and the James Bond bullshit, you were drunk off your ass. It was amazing. And you had to wear a cute little hat. That's how you could tell who were the performers and who were the tourists. So.
Yeah. Oh, that's awesome. And have you ever been tempted to bring the tuba
Oh, fuck no. That thing was so expensive. Are you fucking kidding me? Everyone's like, oh, let's throw shit in the tuba. Oh, blow me.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Not gonna happen.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, no, I was a clarinet, and I think mine was maybe like 12,000, 2,000. I do not want to know how much a tuba costs.
A lot.
That's a lot of money.
I'm sure.
A lot. Yeah. Tool of the trade. And it's a nice horn. So, no, that I did though, however, for my match with Matt Brannigan at DOA, I actually cut a promo on him and used my tuba to play the bass line of his Butt Stuff song that he used to cut a promo on me. That was the longest sentence ever. But anyway, I used my tuba for that. It was very satisfying. I would like to do more of that. I'm also teaching myself banjo right now. So yes, I'm slowly trying to morph into Steve Martin.
Well,
that's like end game.
Oh, there you go. You're going to be, I was going to say, are you going to perform the Soggy Bottom Girls?
Fuck yeah.
The Woman of Constant Sorrow?
Yeah. I'm just going to keep bumping while I play. I'm going to go through so many strings. Oh,
I think that'll be tremendous. Angel Marie has a reputation of being very lethal with the color guard flag kendo stick. So maybe the two of you could get
lighten up, brother.
She has been known. In fact, so there's wrestlers worried that Angel might come for their title with the color guard kendo stick. Another one of my favorites, Ruby Ray's. I almost see this to me. This is like Hunter S. Thompson, like Fear and Loathing in the wrestling ring or something. It's like Hunter and Dr. Gonzo. I love this picture so much. What's this? The expressions.
I'm gonna give you about the best. I'm gonna give you what I can about this story, or about the story. About the story, about the situation.
Okay.
So this was at a WoW Superheroes taping. This was my last match with WoW before I requested my release.
Okay.
As you see here, I do have a tampon shoved up my broken nose.
Wow. I don't mean to laugh.
No. This is the delivery it deserves. And our dear Ruby Ray's has a glove full of ice that she is holding up to her cheek here, due to a little bit of tomfoolery.
A little bit of stiff potatoes your way.
A wee bit of some yes, and a big thing happened in that match that never saw the light of day.
Well,
so
and we're like, I appreciate it. We'll keep it positive for you. We won't get into any certain, we'll keep it aloha, if you will.
Perfect. Yes.
We'll keep it aloha,
yes.
Because the aloha spirit is all positive, right?
Good. Yeah.
That's all I gotta say about it.
Take that in. Remember, do it your way. Be respectful, be professional, and most of all, be fearless.